No sound. Wow. That was a pretty good intro. Thank you, Daniel. Lucky I look at the chat. Apologies, guys. Well, as always, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We'll go again. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well. So I was just mentioning, it looks like GJ settled down, which is good. The volatility from yesterday appears to be out of the way, so it looks like we could get some options. We'll do the analysis on it moving forward. I did mention I hope you all had a good day yesterday. The only trade for me was the one we took a nice stack gold sell we took on stream, which was a very nice quick little win yesterday. Nonetheless, we are back. We are here prior to London Open. Apologies for the late start on a Tuesday. Nothing much I can do about it, but we are here, and we will start as always with GJ. We'll also take a look at gold, GU, and also NAS at some point, so probably after the open. Without further ado, guys, make sure to hit the like button as well. Probably lost a few viewers because there's no sound. Yep. Always away. They're a fickle bunch in the YouTube chat, aren't they? But you guys are here, so that's the main thing. But do hit the like button, guys. Please do us a favor so we can get more onto the stream. Because in a few minutes time, everyone's going to ask me, what about GJ? What about gold? Alright, so looking at GJ. Alright, so pulling back. Obviously, we are pulling back into within our own candle. We are forming a bearish candle, but still based off that previous weekly candle. And we do have the high, low, higher, high to that previous weekly candle. That yesterday obviously was just nuts with the volatility. But otherwise, I'm still calling it strong bullish based off that previous weekly candle. And we do have high, low, higher, high as well. So looking at the daily, we are bullish. That previous daily candle closed back lower high. Higher high, lower low. It closed back bearish. Not a great deal we can make from that. Gonna mark in the current daily candles high low and just see what we've got above that level. This is the first I've had a look at the charts all day as well, by the way, guys. So see what we got above that level. We may also look to see what we've got below it. Obviously, we'll just wait till we go down to the 4 hour and M30, but we are technically bullish in structure. Long wicks to either side on that previous daily. 4 hour, still technically bullish. But we have, you could now argue, within a micro trend formed a lower high. We have formed a resistance. We've just broken low of that previous candle. So could be scope for it to head back down a little bit further. As far as support, I'm just going to mark in the most recent level we formed support out on the 4 hour, and that's that 195.77 to 195.430. And also the most recent resistance we'll form at, which is pretty much the current daily, it is the current daily candles higher. So I'm going to mark those two levels in. We'll go down to the M30, and we've got a range at this stage of around, what's that? Looks to be a decent range to be playing with it. Just over 100 pips, so could be options for sure out onto the M30 time frame. Now, this yesterday obviously flipped bearish. We created a lowest point just here, and I would argue we are still technically bearish then on the 30 minutes. So that therefore will give us a bias still to the upside, but the 30-minute technically bullish. 4 hours still bullish yet, but micro trend to the downside. So that being said, the bias is bullish. However, it'd be ignorant of me to not consider looking for sell options as well. So therefore, seeing we are within the range and look where we're currently at, we are right smack bang in the middle of the range. So for me, with very little direction, indecision within price action just now, we are just essentially consolidating. Obviously, what I'm going to be waiting for is one of two things. Either price to pull back to reject the resistance form just below the current daily candles high around at 196.90. If we do so, I'll look for my sell to take it back down. So sells below would be an option. Now, the other option would be if we are to reform that resistance at current daily candles high, if we are to retest it, begin to pop above it, and start to move out of the current range that we're stuck within, then we're likely going to be looking for SPY options upon continuation to potentially fill a lot of yesterday's candle, that big move to the downside. So buyers above. So they're the main two options at this stage, considering at the level we're currently at. However, obviously, what I'm also going to be looking for is within the current daily candle. This is the current daily candle's low. We've formed a support. So below that level of support, we do have some pretty clean traffic to the left as well. Do we have the margin though to look for sell options? So this stage, it's basically the options. You got two options to play the range, either at support resistance, or to look for trades either side of the range, and that is what I'm going to be doing. So within the 4-hour range, you've got a 30-minute support. So I'm talking about looking for a price to begin to break below the 30-minute support, which is also the current daily candles low. Seeing the current daily has formed an upper wick, has formed a lower wick, it's formed support at the low, it's formed resistance at the high. If it begins to break above and close above, or break below and close below, likely we're going to fill to the next range. To the upside, it's a fair big move. It could do it. May plot prior to it though. It's definitely not the short-term target. I mean, it's the overall target, yesterday's high, but I'd be still securing you guys as per my rules. You guys know usually 10 plus. So sells below the support formed at the current daily candles low would be definitely of interest to me. And if we do now just make a clean move back, maybe pop below instead of break the support, create a lower low, only to close back above that support at 196.20 roughly, I will look for my potential buy options to take it back up as well. So simple on GJ today. Playing in 40, the 4-hour resistance, the 30-minute support, and we're going to be looking for trades either at the support or at resistance, or either side of those levels. That's very simple analysis. Hopefully that makes sense. And we have how long? 12.5 minutes left. So let's look at gold. Let's see what's going on. So dropping, still dropping. All right. Doesn't look like we're missing out much just now. So starting on the weekly as per usual. So previous weekly, strong bearish. Current weekly did create the upper wick. So it did do, as we mentioned yesterday, that it could potentially do. Now it's pulling back down. And I will be marking the current daily candles low, just see what we've got below it. I don't think it looked very clean though. Sorry, current weekly candles low. Daily, did close back bearish, long wick in either direction. We have broken below the previous daily, we have a lower high, lower low. If we are to continue bullish, we really have no need to pull back up and break our own high. Not going to mark it in just yet, but we are technically and structurally bullish still on the daily time frame. At a support though, or very close to a support on the daily, we likely are on the 4-hour. So counter probabilities to the downside on the daily structure is bullish, the weekly is bearish, the 4-hour structure remains bearish. At a support just now. Yeah, I got a feeling that gold, as far as the sells, probably need to be in them by now. Seeing we're approaching that 4-hour support, technically at another level on the 4-hour, which I'll be marking in shortly once I go down to the M30. I'm marking the resistance, the most recent level. And we have formed a resistance at 23.42 roughly, and we're going to go down to the 30 minutes. So just based on where we're currently at, I'm likely going to be looking for buy options. The 30-minute structure is also technically bearish. So the bias is to the downside, but whilst we are close to the support, or close to the 4-hour support, just broken one, we're trying to pop back above it. So I'm just going to mark in the level. Let me go back to the 4-hour quickly. What can I do here? Yeah, it looks pretty good on 30. It's a tough one. I might leave that level just for the time being though. My concern is that we still could pull back down to this 4-hour level at 23.15 and then create the bounce off that level. And if we are to potentially pull back up towards the highs of the range, we may not have yet exhausted on the move to the downside. This could potentially just be a pause. So, I mean, if I was to look for a buy just now, it would need to be absolutely cherry ripe. So what I'd be looking for is, I'm going to remove this line. Yeah, well, we've got a minor resistance here on the 15. Okay. So if it pops above that level, we're closing above minor resistance. We'll also be closing a bullish engulfing candle. All right, so that would be the catalyst coming into London Open. You guys can see how I'm just gathering different confluences to add probability to a potential entry at a level I would rather buy it at, as opposed to obviously sell it. So what the rule I'm going to set is I want this candle to close bullish engulfing on the M30, because what that's going to do is close above the 15-minute minor resistance just formed at that 23.670. So for me, that is the level I want to see price pop back above. I'm just going to drag this down a bit. and I'll be looking for buys above potentially. I want it to happen in this candle. Now I'll have to reevaluate if it doesn't close above and then we begin to pop above and perhaps close above first 15 minutes or 30 minutes on an open. At that point then we may have tapped into this 15-minute resistance and we may not have the margin. So for if there is to be a trade shortly, that's the scenario I'm setting just now. The rule want it to close above 23.670 and I'll potentially look for a buy option. Otherwise, if it just begins to pump up and I'm not in it, I'm just looking to the left to see where we could potentially reject. We've got areas of rejection. I mean, just here, price could potentially reject that level there. We are still bearish. I'll be looking for sales below 23.29 roughly. Sales below. And obviously we've got another option around that 23.3150. So what I'm going to do actually is just drag this up to the swing point where we've got 2 more consecutive candles pulling back in the opposite direction, knowing that we could really reject in between, and then I could look for my catalyst and price action to sell it back down. So basically sells below 23.3550 roughly. I'm going to remove that resistance. And again, I'm not going to force the buy just now. I've just jumped onto the charts. If it does present, I will look for the entry. If not, still may come back down to that 4-hour zone and I can look for a buy basically at those lows. So that is gold. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let me quickly analyze GU, and I will do NAS later. So GU looks similar to gold by the looks of it. Weekly strong bullish, higher high, higher low already. To the previous daily structure wise, we are technically bearish. Previous daily closed a nice strong bullish and golden candle above this resistance here to the left. So the current candle is pulling back. Begins to break its own high, break above the previous daily candle's high. Perhaps it could be options. It's likely to be a resistance though on the 30-minute or the 4-hour. So we'll see what we got. It is on the 4-hour. All right, so the 4-hour structurally we are bullish as well. So bearish daily, bullish weekly, bullish 4-hour. We're tapped into resistance and so far rejecting. So we're marking most recent resistance, most recent support. Similar to gold, we're closer to the support. So I'm likely going to prefer to look for the buy option. Just going to remove that. 30-minute is technically bullish. So the bias is bullish and we're approaching a level where we're about to retest the 30-minute structure. So if we remain above, I would just call this whole level the level once we want to remain above for it to be still bullish. 125.07. Price remains above that level. We are bullish. So what I'm just going to do is we pull back to that zone, start to close back above it. I will look for my potential buy options on GU. Now, looks similar to gold just now, but GU does look like there's still clean traffic. Gold is actually tapped into a 4-hour support just above the 4-hour support, a little bit lower down, whereas GU still has a little bit more margin to potentially come back down before it does, if it does bounce off this level and head back up, create some bullish structure at support. So I'd rather it pull back down to 125.20 roughly, or 18, form of support above that level to buy it. Aside from that, within a current daily candle, we are forming a bearish candle. If we are to continue to stay bearish out the daily candle, we're looking to see where price could pull back up to potentially reject. We've got a level here at, let me just mark it in, 1.2545 roughly. If we remain below that level and we do pull up to that level only to reject, I will look for my sell. So that's the range I'll be playing right now. Buys above that level probably makes sense, above 125.50 roughly, psychological round number. It's a bit clean to the left of that point there, so I'd be looking for buys above that level just there. So that is GU. Obviously sells below the support, but that is quite a way off at the moment, below 1.25073. or potential sell options. Clean traffic to the left. You've got to that point the lower high, lower low. I think if you're breaking a weekly low, not quite, a little bit lower down. All right, so that's GU. Now I will wait to do the analysis on NAS. Just focus on gold. will be a pretty wide stop loss. Yeah, probably have to use the 15. Yeah, probably would. So that's what I am currently looking at. I'm just keeping an eye on gold, guys. Just tracking gold for a potential entry. .3 minutes. So in the meantime, I'll say quickly good day to everyone. Franco, good morning to you, my friend. And don't forget, guys, please hit the like button so we get more on stream. Tony Lyons, good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the PDF of the course that I sent you. Obviously being a winner, one of the last winners. Daniel, good morning to you, mate. Josh, good morning, brother. Guys, let's bump yep, likes up for London, that'd be great. Sean, good day to you, my friend. RS, good morning. Ben Chamberlain, here he is. He's the man. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're recovered from the weekend. Steve Dean, good morning to you. Rabia, good morning. What about gold? Just went over it. Saxy, good morning to you. RS, Fed tomorrow, just to remind it. Yep. Obviously. There's a lot of news to come. There's CPI also for the euro coming up. Not listed as bread follow though on Forex Factory. So let's go. Good morning to you. It's in like button. Yep, that'd be nice. Daniel, of course. Franco, GU reached 50% fit retracement previous daily candle. Okay, so you know what to look for there, my friend. See if it does form a support above it for a potential buy. It's Daniel. Let's help Justin spread the wonderful setup. That'd be fantastic. Sean, so much info in 15 minutes. How you like computer analyzing charts? I'm pretty confident in my analysis. The next part is obviously all about execution, which if it ticks the box, I'm confident with that as well. Up and up, good morning to you, mate. Or good afternoon to you. Hope you're all, brother. All good here. Brian Jones, good day to you. And Frank, good evening. Good evening to you too, my friend. Alright, so a minute and a half remaining. And gold needs to start closing above 23,670 if I am to take a potential trade at the open. If not, I'm not fussed whatsoever. Let it do its thing. If it goes, it goes. No dramas whatsoever. We wait patiently. I want it to be more than just one candle closes back bullish. At the moment, it's a candle that's closing back bullish with lower high, lower low to that previous bearish candle, with still margin for it to potentially come down further. So that's why I want it to be cherry ripe. I want the perfect catalyst. So I'm going to get a double tick here if it does close bullish engulfing, because I'm going to get 15-minute closing above that resistance formed at support. Sure, Justin, have you ever tried to make a trading, but with not sure what you mean by that, my friend. Try rewording it for me. Trading bot, no idea how to make it, to be honest. They're pretty complicated from what I understand. Very complicated. All right, so it doesn't look like it's gonna close above. We've got 10 seconds remaining, and that's fine. So I'm just gonna fix this zone up a bit now. Now it's a 4-hour level, so I'm gonna add the support in at the low. Now we're essentially just consolidating within this little area on the 15-minute. Got London open just now. 30 minutes closed bullish, but has a lower high, lower low. So to me, it has not ticked the box to look for a potential buy option. Patiently gonna wait and see what we come up with. Would I consider selling it? Have we got the margin? Let's check this out. Potentially. Look, if the confluence you will have here is the fact that the daily is broken below the previous, it's formed support at its current low. So if it was to continue to flip back and not continue bearish, it needs to respect support. Therefore, if it begins to break its own support, what it's likely going to do is come back down to minimum around this 23,1650 roughly. So we could Also, I feel look for the potential sell below on continuation. Definitely not going to take the impulse though, coming from the current level. So in previous candle closed back quite a strong bullish candle. Today's goal, let's look at GJ. Yeah, just chilling after yesterday. I think yes, it's exhausted after yesterday. So at this stage, the focus is definitely on gold. Ace, Justin, is it fair to say that 15-minute candle took liquidity in the first green candle before the current one? On gold to downside, yeah, you could say so, I suppose. Tap into what is the 4-hour support, and then to bounce back up and close bullish. Yeah, you could say so. On that point, Raps Forex, good morning, my friend. Do you feel gold buy? I did, but it didn't hit the box, so I'm patiently waiting. Wow, look at that. Would have got almost an interruption entry just here, and it literally tagged you in and rejected it hard. So interesting to see. Yeah, to the power and strength of this entry. Wow, when markets are trading, it is my favorite entry to go to when the markets are moving with impulse. Steve Chamberlain, good day. Justin, heavy news for the next 3 days. Do you trade news with limit orders? I don't trade news whatsoever, to be honest. Yeah, obviously it's heaps of news to come with today. I mean, today's a big one as well. We've got CPI for the Euro sector, which is expected to be, the forecast is to be worse than the previous. So there we go. So that's not great for currency strength. I mean, it's obviously good if inflation is coming down. You're bucking a trend compared to other major Western countries, obviously the US, Australia. But so if that is to come out as per the forecast, then it's probably going to be bad for the euro. But who knows, if it comes out more than the forecast, then obviously it's going to be a good thing. And will it buck the trend though? Because every other major country that's reported recently have all seen a slight increase. So I have to wait and see. Obviously, there's employment cost index for the US dollar. Not sure how big of an impact that one will have, but there's a lot more to come. Consumer confidence is going to be a big one. That is a couple of hours into MY session. Euro day, public holiday tomorrow, bank holiday. And obviously ADP following day, Wednesday, PMI, and you've got, yeah, you got heaps FOMC leading into massive week unemployment claims, and obviously last but not least the big one, NFP on Friday. So massive week in news, guys. Very cautious if you're trading majors and gold, especially around those times. Sales wealth, what about GU? I went over GU. So this chart, so it's just popped straight up, done opposite to gold. It's right now, it's right in the middle of this range. So GU, I feel, could still potentially come down to 125.20 roughly, and then I'll look for buys above that level. Sells below the support, so sells below 125.07. Otherwise, price pop up, reject 125.450. Sells or pop above that 125.50. Psychological round number for potential buyers. Right now, it's just smack bang right in the middle of this range. For me, it's difficult. I mean, if that had formed at this level, what GU is doing right now, I would have looked for a sell. Pop straight up, but pop straight up at a major resistance. So these gray levels are major resistance, these gray levels of support are major support. If price action was to do likewise at one of those levels, without creating a wick in the opposite direction, I would just sell it. I'd look to the left. I probably would have sold it at that point there, so tapped into highs of those candles, stop loss above the range, and you'd be safely at break even now. Ara, good morning to you. Ben Chamberlain. Dawn, there's your answer. Very complicated stuff. Alright guys, I will send in a Zoom link. You guys know how it runs. I'm the only streamer that does this. I send a Zoom link into the chat, allow you guys to come on, say g'day. The conditions are, you must still watch me on another device so I don't lose viewers. Seeing I am a new stream, I can't afford to lose viewers. This the algo will pick up and recommend people who are searching about Forex trading that, the ones who have obviously the most viewers on stream with the most likes. So give me a like, that'd be much appreciated. And also just behave. Obviously, I send a link in good faith that you guys are going to behave. I will have a new webcam likely tomorrow, guys. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to do so today. So webcam is still very laggy, probably, likely. And the picture quality is shit out, so I can tell. Ben Trainer does a really good course on how to build out an EA using FX Streamer. There's a few YouTube tutorials for free, but it's very complex. You really need to learn it all from the ground up. Bloody, how complex is it? Yeah, and I was just wondering. Just never thought about getting one done, as he has rules to a point. So it'd be easy to tell the bot what to do. Yeah, still, I don't think it's that easy, my friend. Very complicated, these robots. GJ moving a little bit to the upside. Still essentially in consolidation, so nothing on GJ. Also guys, if you haven't already subbed, I'm still looking at the analytics. It's still about close to 30% who watch the stream aren't subbed yet. So I'm up to 590 something subs in quick time. So I would appreciate if you haven't subbed already, make sure to do so. All right, gold dropping. We could look for, if it does drop without tapping into this support. So the reason why I don't want to tap into this support is because that's the move. And then if I'm to look for a limit order back at the bullish candle low, that could be the lowest point and we just flip back bullish because we've tapped into that support. We could have grabbed some orders from that level of liquidity. So I'd rather, if I was to look for a sell upon that interruption sort of candle, that pause candle, want this candle to close probably like so. So we still have a little bit of room to actually tap into the 4-hour support, and I could potentially look for a limit order back at the low of the bullish candle. Stop loss probably be above the entry. Sorry, the palace candle, which could be not. It could be the next 15-minute candle. We have to wait and see. But again, it's just me planning as to what I want to see just now. I'm not going to take the impulse entry. Don't like it, considering it's basically come from the most recent resistance. So I need to patiently wait. Stephen Gregg, would you enter on a double bottom, is that what you're saying? 15-minute on gold with strong volume. Yeah, for me, I wouldn't be looking for buys until it starts popping up 23, 67. Because now this is the resistance, the most recent level of form. So if we do begin to close above it, that's when I start to trust the buys. Sean, all good, man. All good, my friend. You gotta do what you gotta do. I had a terrible sleep last night and I was up at bloody ridiculous hour this morning. This really strange noise at about 11:30. I don't know what's going on, but we had a neighbor at the back of us once say, do we hear this noise usually around just before midnight every night? Strange noise. And lately I have been hearing it. It's just sounds really bassy. Can't quite figure out what it is, but it bloody woke me up. It was, I don't know what it was. It sounded like one of those really old like water systems, and when you turn it on you just hear it trying to pump away. But yeah, it was really loud last night. Oh man, Ghost is into it probably because there's no one else using it. I asked Mum this morning, was she in the bathroom or anything around midnight? No. Results? John, aliens could well be. Who knows, man? There's a lot of bats at the house that backs onto our backyard. A lot of bats because they got quite a lot of fruit trees. They're up the shits if there's some problem with some virus spread by bats. You hear them flying over at all hours of the night. Steve Chamberlain. I think gold is going down until news comes in, then go bullish for when the news starts later today and continue bullish for the rest of the week. What do you think? Look, it could do, but I'm more focused on the levels at the moment because I won't be really trading close to the news anyway. So yes, it could bounce off levels that we're at. A level could potentially bounce off now. I still think it could pull back a little bit further, like you suggest, around at 23.15 to 23.12. Bounce off that level before it heads back up. The news, so GDP, that's for the CAD. Forget that. Employment cost index is supposed to be better than forecast. So I would think that is a bad thing, to be honest. Change in price business government pay for civilian labor actual greater than forecast is good for currency. All right, I would have thought because they're paying more. Actually, no, that will make sense. They pay more, so it costs more to produce the goods, which will lead to obviously people who are getting paid more, so they're spending more, which leads to inflation, which leads to definitely no interest rate cuts. So yeah, I suppose that would make sense. So yeah, having said that, I don't know. I can wait and see. Cheers for the likes, guys. It's a good ratio of 44 on stream and 30 likes. That's pretty good. JJ's, in my opinion, is just a mess at the moment. We'll continue to watch goal. All good, Sean. Bartman, give a like, guys. That would be much appreciated. Silent, good to see you. Almost 1k. Still way off. We'll get there. Definitely growing, which is the main thing. Good to see. And it's all organic as well, so it goes to show that you put in the time, put in the effort, and yeah, the results also have been good as far as the training as well. So I think a lot of people value the stream because they learn a lot from it. Not always just about trading, but while we wait, we can educate, we can talk shit, we can have a bit of fun. All right, I'm gonna analyze NAS. I've not done so just yet. I need to do so. All right, so looking at the weekly, we once again previous candle, strong bullish candle, current candle, high low, higher high. Gonna mark in the low of that current candle. and just see, because now we have a high, low, higher high, we should continue bullish. There is no need to pull back and break our own low. Also marking the high, which is probably the previous daily candle's high. It is, so the high and low of the previous daily. 4-hour structure still remains bearish. We are at a resistance, so I can draw that in just now. As for support, oh, there's the daily, sorry. The daily is bearish. Onto the 4-hour, that remains bullish, but it's at resistance. So once again, it's the exact same thing as yesterday on NAS, but it looks at that same level. 4-hour resistance, exact same level. We did pop down, we popped straight back up and rejected it yet again so far. So as long as we remain below it, I'd rather sell it, seeing we're right up near that resistance. Gonna mark in a level for buys at support later, once we get down to M30, but obviously buys upon continuation above previous daily candles high would make sense. Starting to pop up that resistance as well, so I'd be looking for buys above, clean trap to the left, exact same as yesterday. Now onto the 30-minute. The 30-minute appears to be half one. I would argue it's still bullish. So the buys is bullish, but seeing the level we're at, I'm not necessarily keen on buying it just now. Selling it, yeah, I think it needs to close below 1771, 1772. So break its own low in the current 4-hour candle. It's form support on the 15-minute at that point. It breaks its own low, breaking through that liquidity wick to the downside, which is also 15-minute support. I'd be looking for sell options, but I'd like to see a nice closure right near the low or below it. Obviously buys from the support lower down. I'm just going to drag this up now, and if price does pull back, only to reject again below the current daily candle's low. So pretty much anywhere below the current daily candle's low, I'd be looking for rejection to sell it, and buys obviously above the previous day's high, and also that resistance, so a little bit higher up. That would be NAS. What time? That's 43 minutes in. Alright, so let's see. Just over 10 minutes, 10.5 minutes remaining. Let's see how this candle closes on gold. Will it close engulfing significantly enough to look for that limit order sell? And we still might get some impulse entries. If it doesn't, this candle will have to close right near the low. Right near it. So within the current daily candle, obviously right now we're trending to the downside. Irrespective of the structure, create some high, obviously a lower high, lower low. I get lower high, lower low, another lower high. We close right near that low. New candle, when it creates up a wick, as it begins to break the current daily candle's low, there is a good chance we will, in my opinion, a high probability continue to the downside. So that could be an option. Just have to wait just over 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes to see. And I want it to form a wick in the opposite direction prior to any entry. So if it pops down first, not entering until it pops back up, and I'll set the order a little bit lower down. Steve Chamberlain, yes, I agree. Reach your bottom level. Potentially could do so, yep.
Hi, champ.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you?
Very well. Very well. Just going onto the charts myself for today. How about yourself? You looking at anything?
No, literally just switched on now.
Yep.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm just focused on gold at this stage.
Those cells below.
Yeah, potentially. Current daily candle's low because we keep pulling back to create lower highs. I'm going to take it obviously within the current 30-minute, but I just want to see where this candle closes. Could potentially sell it on the following candle.
GJ is such a mess, isn't it?
Oh, it is at the moment. After yesterday's craziness, it's just back to its.
I suppose it
doing nothing.
It needs just like a day or even a few days just sitting in a bit of range, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think so. After yesterday, that was just nuts. That was a bank holiday too for the yen anyway. Franco, tomorrow's a public holiday, most parts of Europe. What about UK? Maybe there will be a lack of volume London session. Maybe, yeah. Not sure. I think UK it isn't. Is it? Not Ben's saying it isn't. Next week.
Yeah, next
Gold.
Monday is ours. Yeah.
What's that? It's not.
We've got a bank holiday next Monday, 2nd of May.
Okay. I might not be on stream if that's the case. Doesn't mean you don't get moves, but sorry.
No, go on.
No, I was gonna say it doesn't mean you don't get moves, but I feel it's less. And the markets aren't predictable. I mean, all you can go off is your own analysis and past data and that. But I just doubt the volume, and obviously spreads widen. You get shit happening like yesterday, similar to what happened on GJ, where you get movements of like 5+ pips at a time. So I prefer not to trade it.
Yeah, I think even psychologically it's annoying. If you take a loss on a normal day,
I agree.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. So just tracking gold, 6.5 minutes remaining. Next week, all good. Steve, Naz will pull back to 17.730 before news and fly up to 18.62, approximately 17.730. This support, yeah, could well do so. Wow, would have been a really nice entry. This count broke low the previous. Bearish engulfing, tick the box. It's 15. Yeah, it still would have ticked the box. Why that previous 30 closed. Wow, there you go. I just wouldn't trade NAS at all this time of day, but that happened on gold, and it did happen yesterday to on gold. So we got a similar entry. Same as GU yesterday as well. That one. All right, let's just focus on gold anyway. Just over 5 minutes remaining until closure of this candle. I'm definitely not taking any impulse entry right now. Steve, yes, next Monday bank holiday. Wow, gold breaking. All good.
Just looking at GJ, marking that same level, you've got at 197.05-ish. And thinking, yeah, above there, and then looking above, thinking, oh, it's not a bad range actually. And it's about 150 pips or something, it's even more than that.
Oh, it's massive.
Pips. Absolute madness.
It's like 300, basically. Yeah, it is madness, isn't it? Just imagine. I mean, it can make the move, but obviously we know it doesn't necessarily mean it will just shoot up once it breaks above and starts to pop above. But it's a good level to be trading with, and you're definitely going to get some possible entries at some point. But how clean does it look? Very, very tempting. All right, gold breaking, all good. So I don't want it to make the move into the support just now. That's the last thing I want to do. If it does, that's the move. That's done. I need to wait for potential buy options from this support if that is to be the case. The limit order will be valid so long as we don't tap into that support, because that, again, that is the move. I want it to close pretty much where it is now, and then it's still valid, because then I'm seeing that we still have range, we still have some margin to head back down to these lows. So that is now what I am waiting for, to see where this candle closes significantly enough below without closing way too far below. The limit order could be an option. But right now I'm just checking what the lowest point of that support is on my broker, and I can see right now it's 23.1883. And I'm just getting ready just in case. Not saying nothing, but I'm just gonna have it lined up with my horizontals. Now I wanted to close around 8 pips below 7 to 8, so I'm gonna mark in. All right, and then it will be a valid entry on a limit order. And this is so simple, guys. This is me following my rules. That's all it is. Let me remove the trades taken. That's from yesterday. See how simple we can make trading. Doesn't mean it's going to be a winning trade, but it's just, it takes out the emotion, takes out of should I not enter. It's valid or it's not valid. You just take the trade. Simple. We've got just over a minute remaining. It closes at this level, it's about 7 pips. All right, this is better. Stop loss will probably have it above the 30. It's about 30, close to 40 pips. But what I would do is, straight away I can manage it. As soon as you trigger it in, you can drag down to the 15-minute high. So again, it's all up to you guys where you want to place stop loss to, how risky you are. I mean, if you rather have be a lot size and you use the 15, you're comfortable with that. All right, bit of volume. Don't just die now. I don't want it to close too far down, guys. And leave a bit of a wick. Ah, man, don't leave no wick. Left a bit of a wick. All right. Don't really have one on my broker. I think it's still valid. It's left a bit of a wick there. So I'm looking for a sell limit on gold. Now I can't flip and break the low of the previous candle. So it's valid, stick the box now, that's what I'm waiting for. Thank you for the sub. let's see. Yep. Put up the chat, all good. And if it flips, it's still probably valid, but this is the entry I want to take, the limit order, because it gives me more margin, gives me better stop loss, so I'm not going to take it on the flip. This is the entry I've chosen. If it tags me in, fantastic. Not, so be it. Wow, look at GJ. It's just messing about, isn't it? So I was looking to see, have we retested on the 5 minute, because had we done so, then the entry on the flip would have been valid in my opinion, but we have not retested this zone at all. I will not go any lower than the 5 minute unless I was looking for the impulse entry. So seeing we haven't done that, to me this entry is not valid on the flip. If it breaks lower the previous candle, I will remove the order. Again, just trading based off rules. So simple. Taking emotion completely out of it. Once again, this is all in my course, guys. All these rules. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible to follow, because everything is done in like 0.1, 0.2. Alright, so it's not valid anymore. So I'm going to remove it. And if you're entering on the flip, what I'd be doing now is moving stop loss to the entry candle. So let's just say your entry is now here. If you have taken that entry, I'd be moving stop loss to entry candle. You'd be targeting these lows. The support, I wouldn't be greedy because it is approaching for our support. So that was what I'd be looking at. If anyone is in it, let me know. I wish you luck, because it does look like it will come down. Saxy, you're in. Nice one. Bit of volatility there. Popping up and down. I wonder if Steve, if you're still in the chat, are you in a trade based off layering into the limit order? You may have entered a small position and well in profit. I actually keep forgetting about that, to be honest. I should probably start doing it. What are you looking at GU today, James?
Yeah, I'm not looking at it until below 2507.
Yeah. A lot cleaner, isn't it?
Yeah. Or just above the highs at like 257.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. That's, you got your levels marked in.
Yeah, I don't think anything will come in today.
No.
Because even if it does make its way down there, and if it makes its way down there or up there in 2 candles, then I don't trust.
Yeah,
trust
exactly.
where it's come from. So
yeah, it's likely to be the move for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Do agree.
Trying to learn to, even after years of trading, just trying to learn that you don't need to take a trade every day is still not the easiest thing in the world, is it?
Yeah, it takes time to get used to. I mean, for me, I'm an expert at it. I think it was last year where we struggled for a couple of weeks to find any decent entry. Even the start of this new stream, the first 2 weeks, I think we only had like 1 entry or 2 entries, but since then the floodgates have opened. The last few weeks have been taking plenty of trades, so you guys can't complain about that. But no, it's true. It takes a while to get used to the fact that you don't need to trade every day, especially if the conditions walking too fast don't suit.
Yeah. I think that's probably your strength, isn't it? Your USP, your discipline.
Massive, massive strength. And
Yeah.
for me, it's just simple. I've got my levels marked in, and I just need to wait patiently for price to get to one of those levels and execute. Yeah, it doesn't mean
Sounds so simple, doesn't it? You think,
it
well, yeah,
does.
just take the good trades. You only need a couple of trades a week. You can make a fortune with 2
Well, that's
trades a
the
week.
thing, and that's something I said to pretty much everyone that I coach, because a lot of them come to me the exact same thing, that they're taking trades left, right, and center. I've said, well, I can trade maybe 10 times a month, 15 times a month, and make much better return than what you're making exposing your account to 50 trades a month.
Yeah.
Because my win rate is much better. I'm not risking, as much, or I'm not, revenge trading, things like that. So if I'm to win out of 15 trades a month, like 12 times, or between 10 and 12 times, do the math, it's going to be a pretty good month.
Yeah, agreed.
And I managed the trades in a drawdown too, so
Even if your average win is only 1%, you can do
exactly
10 to 12% in a month. You laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Ara got him from above zone after that tap and rejection. 23-23. Oh, okay. Nice one. Good to hear it, my friend. Well done. What's your plan though? Have you secured some profit, or I'm assuming you have? Steve, waiting until 1 PM for Naz, just in gold from 15-minute flip, half risk. Okay, yep, that's fine. Has it broken its own high again? Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. Not yet. Yeah, so my concern is that's why I wanted to retest that level, because it could now do so before it makes the move back down. But it's no longer valid in accordance to the way I trade limit order. So once again, now I'm just waiting to see if and when price does pull back to 2,315, how it reacts to that level. Or if it makes a proper pullback, I can look to sell it for the most recent resistance formed, which now is really, change that to blue. Yeah, I'd still probably leave that level in, just include a 15-minute resistance. RS or Sol GU 1.25646. I think it should exit now because might turn bullish. What do you guys think? Once again, as I mentioned, man, that's something you need to have before you enter the trade. Determine where you're going to exit, where you're not going to trust at what point you don't trust the move anymore. So you entered 1.25646. But you're in a really nice, obviously well in profit. I'd be trailing my stop if you've not yet secured, and I'd be trailing it to the most recent resistance, because if it pops above it and starts to close above it, then likely it is going to pull back to your entry. But I definitely would have secured something. So if this candle now flips bearish, closes bearish, or the following candle closes bearish, then what I'd be doing is trailing stop to above this candle. Because at least you're safely in profit. That's what I'd be doing. But nice entry. I mean, you're in a really good level, so at a good level. And it just depends, man. You might be swing trading it. You might be looking for more of a long-term move. So if that's the case, then maybe consider a trailing stop, but to have a wider target. Mr. Phil, more into you, man. Everything is good. Not taking any trades yet today. Had a good day yesterday and just waiting patiently. Alright, so gold now is making a move down. Want it to tap into that zone. Ara, TP was at 2020, now trailing to 2016. Nice one. Always take 8% out at first TP, risk free, and then run the runner. Yeah, I generally take out 80% as well, sometimes 50 on goal. Marquise, I've been in gold since 23, 35, 59, but because you're looking for sells, I'm still holding. Demo. You've been in a gold sell. Well, you're killing it, doing really well. Yeah, I'd be definitely, this would be my TP though. 23, 15, 40, 15, 50. As soon as it taps into this support, that's where I'd be looking to TP. Buy level, got a little bit more room on the 30. Yeah, I'm still not interested in selling it into the current level. SARS Wealth, G is making a downwick. RS, all good. Yeah, potentially. Is there the margins? Nah, forget that. I was gonna say, is there the margin to take a GU sell if this M30 closes back weak bullish? But then looking at the 15, that puts me off. It's just consolidating the 50. If this was just straight bullish candles, then I would consider selling it if this 30-minute closed back a very weak bullish candle. Could argue it's tapped into some levels over here to the left, but they've been wiped through. Yeah. Still wouldn't be that great of an idea, to be honest. It's just right in the middle of this range. I don't think there's really much on it.
Spread on GJ is still 2.7 pips. Yeah, 2.4 pips.
What is it on IC markets?
And on G, and it's not because it's high spread, because on GU it's 0.1 of a pip. It's just purely GJ.
Okay, yeah, interesting. It's back to normal. I mean, even yesterday in IC markets, it wasn't that bad. It was around.
Yeah, yours was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 0.4 right now. 0.5 around that. So actually closed full 20 pips. Nice one.
You're gonna do a special stream when you hit 1,000 subs.
Probably. Not sure what it'll be yet. And no, before you mentioned something about doing it topless or whatever. It's not gonna happen. Not in a topless in a hot tub. It's not gonna happen, my friend. So sorry to break it to you, but yeah, I'll do something. I don't know what, but we'll do something. Still a fair way off. I think we're around 600 just now.
Yeah, 598.
There we go. Surely there's two of you on the stream who haven't subbed yet. Do a man a favor. Oh. Silent? What I think about JJ? Speak of the devil. I think it's just consolidating. So it's stuck within this range, and I'd be waiting for, and so it's a daily low and a daily high trading within. So if that's to be the case, then as long as we remain within those levels, I want to sell from resistance, buy from support, right in the middle of it now, just consolidating, or look for buys upon continuation above the current day's high, because at that point there you're moving into clean traffic. You would have broken high of the previous daily candle. Not previous daily, current daily, sorry, nowhere near the high of the previous daily. broken high of the current daily candle, clean traffic to the left. Same to the downside, it's quite clean to the left of the current daily candle's low. So if you are to continue bearish, then obviously if you break support, then more likely that price will come down. If you are to continue bullish, I'd expect support to be respected at around that 196.20 for a potential buy from that level. DJ to me today is very simple. It's just now a matter of waiting. Because right now it's right in the middle of a rubbish, quite frankly. Steve Chamberlain do a 24-hour trade day. Imagine. Just imagine. My eyes struggle at best of times after one of these streams. And that's only for an hour and a half. Well, actually, today it's about close to 2 hours. Another day's 2.5. So, close to 3 hours. Just keep the cam on, keep the stream running. You guys can watch what I'm doing in the background. Watch me in bed.
Bro, we want to see we
No
want to have a
lady
stream. Yeah.
What's that?
A gym stream session.
Gym stream session. I don't have the balls to do it, man. To have my you know, the phone out, video myself while I'm at the gym.
Yeah, I need. Well, some people are so shameless with it, aren't they?
Oh, they don't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
Take the kid off and everything. Them the guys. And I just look at them. Come on, mate. At least do it in a yoga room or some shit when there's no one there. But out on the gym floor, yeah, I don't think it's appropriate, to be honest. Unless they've actually asked the management and got permission. That's maybe a different story, but I doubt they have. So. But yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I feel like it's intruding. Plus,
yeah, even if you go to like, take a photo to send to a mate or something, like, even then, look around, people think I'm taking photos with them.
Some chick or something. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think there are rules. I'm pretty sure. Well, I suppose nearly all gyms will have them, but no photos and that, well, for good reason. But yeah, I'd be the same. I feel like someone's thinking I'm taking photos of some chick or some shit. But
Silent. Can you do a vlog? Yeah, we want to see a vlog.
On your side of town, it's shit here, man.
We want to see a day in the life.
I don't go out in Melbourne. I go nowhere, honestly. You'll see me playing a bit of Xbox. You'll see me watching some basketball. I can do a, you know, nutrition vlog or some shit. I don't know what to do. Cooking vlog, that's it. How to cook the best pan-fried salmon in the world. I guarantee you guys, the mouth waters.
You get so many viewers. You get so...
Oh, probably more than the recap videos. That's it. You can do cooking, nutrition, something like that. I don't know. And train at the same time. Which I did I think it was last Tuesday. No, not a word of a lie. I actually did the cooking and training at the same time. I'm not usually like that, but I didn't want to miss out.
From your phone?
No, I had the PC still on in the background. I was just watching gold on my phone, but I had the PC on.
Okay.
I ran back to the room when I saw it was about to give me an option, and it was a good one because it quickly got to break even in very quick time, like less than a minute. So
I love that feeling. Set to break even and just
let it run. Yep.
Yeah.
You can argue it's tapped in. I mean, it's tapped into 30-minute support. Now it's forming potentially a support 9 minutes left. So if I have a bullish engulfing, maybe it's a Xauusd. It'll be a bit risky though, because we yet to retest this zone. That's my concern. Yeah, we'll wait and see. 8 and a bit minutes. Honestly, Melbourne is, there's nothing to vlog. Well, on my end, because I don't go anywhere. I really don't. Other than the gym. Help the family business. That as well. And no way I'm vlogging the warehouse. That's just a pigsty. It's an absolute shit fight there. It is an absolute shit fight. Steve, you're up breaking. Yep. Alright, so you've probably just been taken out. But all good. Nice trade. So I don't want to see a kangaroo. No kangaroo is where I am, my friend. No koalas, there's none of that shit. There's no crocodiles. There's spiders. That's something you see quite regularly. Some very venomous spiders as well. But that's about it. See foxes. If you're up at like 5 AM, which some mornings I am.
1 week of free signals for your subscribers. Share all your trades within that week. Is that not?
Where,
you not do that already?
1 week.
Is that not what this stream is? Isn't it?
Pretty much the stream. That's it. Because yeah, free signals. I mean, there will be that. Actually, there might be signals as part of a VIP group down the track. But again, it doesn't mean I'm just going to be calling signals left, right, and center. It's just not me, and I believe that too much is not the way to go about it. Obviously, less is more, in my opinion. So it'd be more when I'm very comfortable in executing a trade from the stream, maybe just after the stream, maybe into pre-MY, that type of thing.
If someone came onto this stream every day and just copied, even had no idea about trading, just trading and copied everything you took, they would be profitable.
Well,
granted, they'd miss some trades.
Yeah, for sure.
They'd miss some of the early stuff, and they'd miss any New York trades. But over the course of a month, even if they only took 3 or 4 trades,
what exactly?
You'd be profitable.
They would be, but the thing is, a lot of time they make a meal of it on the other end. Because while I'm lining it up, they're still asking me, where do you put the stop loss? Where's entry? It's like right there in front of them.
Yeah, true.
Where's entry? So, but you are right. It should be definitely profitable.
It's not the right way to do it because, well, I say that you still are learning as you're doing it. I suppose actually.
Well, exactly. It's look.
It probably is a good way to do it.
It is. I was gonna say it is a good way because you're learning why. Like you, at the same time, I'm explaining why I'm taking any entry, so you can pick up on that. And to be honest, that's probably how I learned at the beginning with scalping. Like I had no idea what they meant by, I don't know, breakout trade, for instance. I didn't know what it was because I was swing trading. There's no such thing as a breakout trade when you swing trade. I didn't learn the terminology pretty quickly. I obviously knew about engulfing candles and all that, but I looked at them more on the higher time frames, not the 30 or 15 minute. It was like minimum 4 hour, usually daily, for that type of catalyst. But yeah, you would pick up on it the more you hear me or whoever you follow say the same shit over and over again. It's all about repetition.
Yeah, I imagine you learned. I would say I learned so much those first year and a half of Matt's stream, just being there every day, and even if you're not making any money alongside it, if you can afford the time to do it, it's so worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I think the best place to learn a lot of time is within a group, or obviously on these streams as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So once again, I will be opening up the Discord very soon. I'm pretty sure it's okay now. Yeah, it'll be for free. Definitely at the beginning. It'll be always a free section anyway. Zero day in life. Like I said, I'm boring as fuck when I'm here in Melbourne. It's better if I did it in Thailand, to be honest, because here it's just tomorrow all I'm going to be doing is some content work. Be sitting on the PC. I'll go to the gym probably around eliminated my time. And I'm not gonna vlog the gym because again, I just feel like a twit if I find myself around videoing everything. Come home, have a bite to eat. Might watch some basketball if I can, or halftime just relax and chill before the stream a bit. Do the chart markups that I send to the guys. I don't know, I could maybe do it, but it's not natural for me. I prefer, to be honest, just streaming. I've always said it, even the recording, like the video content and that, I'm a lot better at it now. But at the start, oh man, if you guys saw me trying to put together that course, the first part of it, the first half of it, it was a nightmare. Some of those videos took me like, I'm not joking, probably about 50 takes. I'd get so close to the end and I'd fuck it up. Start mumbling or saying or say something so stupid. Didn't make any sense whatsoever. So, but I'm a lot better at it now. A lot better.
Yeah, it's actually true. I bet when you watch if you were to go back and watch those streams when you first started, and it wasn't even your channel, I bet you will sound way more clunky than you do now.
Sound like shit. You know, honestly, it's embarrassing. Couldn't put a word together. Probably try
that's the only way you improve that, isn't it? Just by keep doing it.
Exactly, putting yourself out there. And that's why I always encourage everyone, like, ask questions. Don't be shy. You want to, especially if you can't quite get your point across in a chat, jump on a Zoom call and ask quickly. You can jump straight back off if you like. That's the best way to learn. Be active. Smart guy, hype by gold 23.21. Can I wait? 23.21.339. You bought it. Once again, man, you need to have a plan. Where's your stop loss? Prior to entering, you need to know where you're going to exit the trade, where you're no longer going to trust it, where you're targeting. For me, it's now almost pretty much tapped into that 4 level. So now you want to bounce off it, obviously, if you want to get back to your entry level, but doesn't mean that it can't continue to the downside. The momentum is to the downside. But once again, man, you need to have that all planned out prior to entry. Alright, get the Lambo out. Oh, mate. Never. I'd be so uncomfortable in a Lambo. My shoulders are way too broad for that shit. I just would not like a Lambo, honestly. I like big cars, I always have, Franco. Sorry, man. GU based the M15, M30 time frame. Let me have a look. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I prefer big cars, I always have. I don't understand why it doesn't work when you send me a chart, bro. Yeah, no idea. I mean, I'm assuming you took a buy. Based of 15. So above the resistance? Okay, above here. What other conferences did you have? Above the 30 as well? Yeah, I don't look, it's not the worst trade, but when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, why? Probably better just to be in it from lower down, to be honest. I know it's not as clean as 15. Yeah, it's not a bad trade one.
Well, where was the buy from, sorry?
Above the 15-minute resistance, this long bearish wick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can understand why you take that. I was looking at that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I do get the reason.
Yeah, so do I. Obviously got a resistance formed, bit of consolidation. for whatever reasons pulled up this low. I still see it potentially coming down to 125, 180 roughly. So I mean, limit order buy could almost be an option right now. But yeah, I can see it. It's not a bad trade. I don't know if it's for me personally. Just the current level it's at. Yeah, the 4 hour still looks like.
And that happens a lot where it leaves a long bearish wick and goes bullish, but I just don't like buying into that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky for me, but at least you've managed it well. You got to break even quite quickly, so well done. Silent, do I like classic cars? Not a big car fan, to be honest, man. Never have been.
Feels like the whole industry is coming away from that slightly.
All the Lambos and all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of them being found out now. It's obviously scams and full of shit. Selling courses for $2,000 and.
Yeah. And also people realise that kind of thing, even if you want one, fair enough. I think they're epic, but it takes a lot of time to get to that level.
Oh,
and
exactly.
A lot of effort and success. People think trading is so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make amazing money, but you've got to actually be good at it first.
Exactly. And you need some decent capital to get to even to be able to achieve that sort of result.
Yeah.
That's just reality of it. Not everyone has that capital. So obviously, these prop firms can give you that option, but requires a lot of discipline just to get to the point where you actually get your hands on the capital to trade with. It's a grind. It's a slow grind again. I like to try to keep it as real as possible, and to
it's
me,
camper vans now, Roll.
It's camper vans now.
So true.
The big thing. By some guru or vlogging from his camper van. Am I missing something? Or is that
I'm
new?
with you. I like the whole kind of out in the wilderness a little bit with a big truck rather than
that's. I agree. That'd be an epic, man, if you could do that.
That's the way to do it. I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah, my sister's got a camper van. Her husband could borrow it and just start trading on the road. So today we're trading from the middle of fuck knows where.
Yeah, mate, epic.
That'd be unreal.
Especially in odds, you've got so many options.
Take you forever to drive around the country. It's huge. Absolutely massive. I think by landmass it's like in the top 5 countries. Could be wrong.
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
Russia, Brazil,
top 6 or 7, something like that. Obviously Brazil, US. I think it's a little bit smaller than US.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've got 24 million or 25 million.
Is that what it is? 25 million?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think all of the UK can fit into Victoria, my state. Something like that, something ridiculous like that. And we've got what, 5 or 6 million in Melbourne.
What about Sydney? How many in Sydney?
About the same. Melbourne and Sydney, pretty much half the Australian population between them.
Because Sydney's an expensive place to live, isn't it?
I'm assuming it's very similar to Melbourne, which is just crazy expensive.
Sydney's not that different to London. Probably. And like the nice parts of London as well, not even. Yeah.
probably comparable.
Yeah.
But then again, so are Melbourne, man.
Is it?
You'd be amazed how expensive shit is here. Really expensive. Like, you can't get a cup of coffee now unless you go to 7-Eleven for less than like probably about £2.50, £3.
Just calculating Gbpjpy
So AUD.
in your head.
Thinking about a move, what is it? 1.92 right now. So it's up a fair bit. The Aussie's taking a dump today. Look, I quite like London. I haven't been there for years. I've been once. It was probably about 15 years ago. I did really enjoy it though. A lot more than what I thought I would.
Did you?
Yeah. Stayed around, oh man. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember the actual area. It was well in the city though. Not too far from, I think it wasn't too far from Oxford Street, I'm pretty sure. It was some backpackers, man, some pub, at the bottom of some pub. Oh, above some pub. It was basically all we could afford. For high school mates. It was an absolute ball, man. On the piss every evening. What was it? Cheap mash and bangers and mash.
Classic English.
£2 pots. Actually, I think it was less. I can't remember, man. It was ages ago, but it was good fun.
It's just the fact that the sun doesn't shine enough.
What's that?
It's not warm enough.
It was actually quite nice when we were there. It was around mid-20s pretty much every day. So we got lucky. We were there for like 10 days.
Yeah, I miss living in a hot country so much.
Well, you're not going to like Melbourne, man. That's for sure. Melbourne's fucking crazy. It's one day it's alright, next day it's freezing. Like today was shit, 15 degrees and pretty chilly outdoors.
I really hope Steve's being genuine. He says sold the Lambo for a camper van. I so hope that's true. Love it if that's real.
That's the way to go. Maybe one day. I like the Thailand streams though. Yeah, that will happen sometime. Vlog on the road and or maybe stream on the road.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's a bit more interesting, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's more to see there, definitely. Sold Lambo. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a comment. Ara. Show is actually wider than the moon in Zoma. No idea. I'm shit when it comes to all that, but I would not thought so, but Ansar SPS, hope you're doing good. Keep it up. Thank you, my friend. Well, today there's no entry for me. So looking at a sell limit, just I didn't tap in. Eventually made the move below the previous candle, but I just want to see it tap into that zone that it finally broke and closed below. And it wasn't to be, so just chilling for the time being. RR, G sales worked out good. Nice one. Yeah, I'd be still a 15. It's hard to ignore. Bit of a mess, but I think when this candle closed bearish engulfing on a 30, still 20 minutes to go, and then it may be an option.
I was going to say, if this 30-minute candle closes almost exactly where it is now,
yeah,
then I understand that. But
yeah,
chances.
No, it could. Who knows? It could even flip bullish still.
Yeah.
Tureska, probably Pie Mash. He's then Galaxy, probably. It was good grub. It was, I mean, good for rubbish. that's what it was. Oh, pump grub.
Do the ladies love you long?
What's that? Do the Thai ladies love you long time? I've got
silent comments get me.
Silent. I have one Thai lady, and she does love me. She's a beautiful human being. Should tell her to watch right now, but she wouldn't be. Look, if you treat him right, if depends how long you want them to love you for, if you know what I mean. But in Thailand, you can pretty much anything goes, my friend. So, but I do have a Thai girlfriend. I do. I have a son. That's not obviously. I'm not with his mum. I'm honest about that. But no, I do have a very lovely lady girlfriend, which I've known her for a long time. So, she's a beautiful girl, and she may come to Oz. Hopefully, the next month or two. That's the case, and you guys probably should say good day on the stream. She used to trade herself. She used to trade crypto, and was okay at it. She wasn't bad at it. She understands trading.
Does she still trade
about
now?
Forex. Sorry?
Does she still trade now?
Not really. No. Now she had a jewelry business, wholesale jewelry, and she designed her own jewelry as well. So she's pretty creative on the chart, and yeah, leave it at that. Gotta keep it PG rated, don't we, guys? RS will wait till you check out hot is Bahrain. We're in the middle of GCC. It pausing, so I can imagine it'd be really hot. DJ still very unstable. NSRSPS, be cautious. Yep. Just waiting for it to clear shit, basically. NSRSPS, do you use safer option? Potentially. I think potentially, but still not really a level I'd want to get involved.
I suppose it's safer in that it's not going to just blast 50 pips one way.
Well, yeah, unlikely, unless the news does something about that, but the risk is sweet love knows no boundaries. Exactly right. How are you today, Josh? Do you join the Zoom call?
Yeah,
All good?
good man.
Good to hear.
Yeah, just been working out, done legs, so I'm a little bit exhausted at the moment, so not too bad.
I can imagine. Oh, my legs, man. I got bad DOMs today. Delayed onset muscle soreness. Oh, God.
You're still getting it?
Yeah, that was always the legs, man. Always the legs.
Yeah, true.
I smashed the legs. I smashed them twice a week now too, but in agony. That was Sunday. I did legs. Yesterday I did shoulders and arms, and triceps are very sore. Also than shoulders and biceps.
Yeah, when are you going to get back to wearing your vest on the streams, bro?
Oh, it's too cold, man.
That's how you bring in the viewers.
Were you suggesting pump the heater and get the basketball singlets back on the basketball singlets again?
Couple of little 15 kg dumbbells by the side.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I should do for the 1,000 sub episode. Just do a workout while I'm on stream. Interesting. Imagine if we could do that. Take a laptop to the bloody gym, stream live from the gym, training. Means while we wait, do a set. That'd be an effort. Alrighty, guys. I don't think I'm gonna get shit, to be honest, right now. Not expecting anything in the next 15 minutes. I'm gonna go make myself some dinner, so be prepared for the charts to move a little bit. What I would be looking for now on, well, gold anyway. So still might pull back and tap into this zone. Not really yet done so, but we have tapped into a 30-minute support. But right now, there's that noise. Sorry guys, that's the noise that, I don't know if you can hear it. That was the noise that woke me up at 11:30 p.m. last night. Do you hear like a buzzing?
No.
No? It's a strange noise.
I say that I don't have the YouTube on volume, so maybe they can.
Yeah, well, then again, exactly. All right, so gold. So right now, if we start to consolidate at these lows, maybe what I'd like to see, because we're not yet tapped into this previous support to see if it's going to hold as resistance. But if we start to, if I was to remove this, just now. And if we start to pop above the resistance we've just formed here at the 4-hour support, what we might get is a nice strong closure above that level, like so. I just want to draw it up, make it a little bit more clear to follow, something like so. We're going to be starting to pop back, really back into that zone which I previously had marked in. That could be my catalyst to suggest we're going to bounce off this 4-hour support, and then I would be looking for is new candles creates low wick and it begins to break above the high of the previous catalyst candle. So I want it to happen on the M30. If we consolidate now on the 15, again correlate for that 30-minute closing back bullish above the resistance, then I would look for a potential buy option, take it back up to the most recent swing point back at 23, 22.50. That would be the buy option on gold. Now as for sells, if it just begins to bounce off this support, I want to see our price reacts to 23, 22.50. And if we do form another resistance at that point there, I will look for my sell option and take it back down. Let's have a look at it on the M30. Yep, so it's not going to be flipping any structure, but once again, it's a resistance formed in the current daily candle. So if we are to continue bearish, respect that level, we begin to pop above it, and likely we're going to make it tip to pull back off this 4-hour support. As for sells below low, it's, yeah, I mean, where do you sell it? It's not clean in my opinion. You're running into these wicks to the left. I mean, maybe below 23, 12, 46. Got a little bit more clean traffic below that level to fill down towards 23.10. You might get about 25 pips, so that could be an option, but I would not be, in my opinion, the sellers, you're a bit late to the party. Doesn't mean it can't continue, but I just will not be comfortable buying into, selling into that support. Hold on, let me look at this properly, because that is a bearish candle's wick. So yeah, having said that, it's not that bad below previous candles low if it does close bearish engulfing. Potential limit order, because that's a bearish candle, so I'm not as concerned by it because it's not a candle which actually confirms support. I'm more concerned by the bullish candle wick, which is this point here. So we're popping below that level, popping below the current daily candles low. We've got a few confluences that we can gather. This closes bearish engulfing. New candle pulls back to tap into it. Depends how far it closes below the low. Closes again around 10 plus pips, 8 plus pips. We'll look for that limit order back below of the previous candle. Just be wary though, coming to the closure of the 4-hour. The last 30-minute candle of the 4-hour candle is the next one. So there is a chance the 4-hour will pull back to leave a wick to the downside. Don't want to be caught out in that on the limit order. So what I would want to see is for price to pull back quickly, trigger you in very quickly into the new candle within the first 3 minutes or so. Otherwise, I just wait for the 4-hour to close, wait for it to pull back, creates up a wick, and potentially sell it from maybe even 23.17. That level if it does pull back to it, or once again, if it does reject 23, 22.40. Potentially sell that point there. So buys above, put up, buys above 23.18.58. I'm gonna watch for this, to be honest. I'm gonna watch for this. I do need to pretty much get off because I've got to prepare dinner, because I've got an evening of coaching. DJ, same analysis as per the stream. Sell it from resistance if it respects the current daily candles high. It is a 4-hour level. If it rejects, get your right catalyst within price action. You do have enough margin as well, if you do have anyway. So that could be a potential sell. Buys above the high on continuation of the current daily candle. Clean traffic to the left. That point there will form resistance support within the current daily candle. That point, it's likely to be the lowest point of the current daily candle, and we could potentially continue to the upside. Otherwise, sells below the support formed at 196.10. Buys above that level. Oh man, I don't want to wait for gold, but wait a few minutes. Has everyone dropped off? Same shit happened last Tuesday, I think.
It's trying to reach down to a new Asian low. I think it was from yesterday. So if it hits yesterday's Asian low,
Oh, it's broken that.
yeah,
It's broken
if
yesterday's low.
if it
Oh, you're talking
stays where
about.
it-
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's from Thursday.
Yes, so my idea is if it does continue to push down, even if it has broken the new low, it could just continue selling off. But the only thing people need to bear in mind is we have news later this afternoon that could potentially flip to the other side of the direction. Because this just could be a liquidity downtrend, where if the news becomes a direction where it's good favor for gold for the buys, then you're going to see it's going to flip. At the moment, it all depends on the daily and the hourly candles, because weekly at the moment is still bearish, and we obviously are in Tuesday, so it's still early days.
Yeah, very early. The news to come. But once again, I feel like could be options. And this thing could just melt right now.
Oh, it can, absolutely.
Oh, wait a little bit longer to see. Oh, what have I missed? If you look left, it's from RR on the 15-minute and above you, the new 1 hour started in that zone, and the 4 hour was still bearish. So I mean, the 1 hour is not bad, but that would have required to wait for this count to close and then enters broke, so it never would have given you that option. You're talking about this point here, bounced off that. Yeah, GU's made the move within potentially the catalyst candle. Smart guy, I buy gold 23.21. Can I wait? I answered that before, man.
That's really risky.
You need a plan, dude. You need to, where are you going to exit the trade? At what point you're not trusting it anymore? That you need to have all predetermined prior to any entry. Franco, you won't. Oh, all good, man. That's all good, my friend. Frank, nice one. Good work. Alright, 15-minute. Yeah, look, I can understand the buy. I'm not sure if I would have, to be honest, I don't think I would have taken it. Just purely at the level it's at. And now it's obviously rejecting. But again, Franco knows how to manage his trades. That's something we work on, and he was out break even, so he did a really good job with trade management. Gold closes as is, I'm not going to bother. It still would make sense to continue to the downside in a new candle, but I'm not going to bother chasing it to the 4 hour.
No, and in my honest opinion, that looks like that's in a resistance area, so price could still potentially flip. But we still got like another 35 minutes for a new hourly candle to make a decision. You know.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be like a quiet period until a bit later on, where volume might pick up a little bit, but I don't think people are going to want to sit and wait for the opportunity, unless you're unfortunate in a trade that is out of your hands because sadly you didn't make a plan out of it. You know, you're going to have to sit and force to wait, or unless you're going to close and accept that you took the loss, you know.
At this stage, yeah. Well, wait and see. Low on a great deal of margin. That's about 8 pips roughly.
Yeah, it's like 60 to 80. That's mental.
Low. That's, hold on, let me measure this properly. It should be 630. That's what it should be. If my math serves me correct. And I was a master of tables rounders when I was a kid in primary school, so when it comes to simple arithmetic, I reckon I can beat a lot of them. Especially a lot of kids these days who need calculator for very simple maths.
Yeah, and there is a news that's been happening in this country that the specific schools, they want to do longer periods of a day, like 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. or something.
Oof,
The reason they want
get that.
is to ban kids using smartphones to break their addictions, which is really interesting. But there's a lot of backlash about it because of the amount of hours the kids are going to be in school for. You know,
I'd be protesting that shit. That's ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind the normal hours to try and get them to break some sort of addition, but not like 7 to 7 or 8 to 7 or whatever. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that is nuts. I mean, in Thailand they're in school. We'll forget gold. What is going on?
Well,
So
wow.
that's just dropped about 30 pips in a second.
Yeah. Great.
See if there's any breaking news. Doris got a nice one. Well, if there is, it'll be lagging on Forex Factory because it always does. Or it could be that preliminary estimates on GDP. Been a long day, guys. Apologies. Been up since 5 a.m. and it's 6:30.
Sorry, I was just saying, unless there's something on financial juice, then that might be something.
German / GDP. I mean, not sure if it'll affect gold, but good.
Yeah,
It's a major economy in the Eurozone.
Yeah.
Yeah, its gold's closed way too far down. Tapped into this support. I'm gonna call it, guys. Alright, let's quickly reassess on gold though. What are the options? So it's tapping into all these wicks to the left hand side. So it's definitely grab liquidity. So I've been looking for similar thing for the sells. Nice strong closure below. You're running into these wicks though. I think it's going to be difficult to trade, in all honesty. We can follow news about later on. What I do is wait for the safest bet, and that is simply to wait for price to pull back, retest this zone. If it does form a resistance below it, I'd look for my signals in price action to potentially take itself back down below, really anywhere below 23.18.585. So I will not be buying it just above this grey zone because you're running into the most recent resistance formed on this impulse to the downside. So I'd be patient and wait for price to pop above 23.18, 585 for buys. Anything below it, I'd look to sell it. So whether it taps into this zone, it's just broken and rejects, or a little bit higher, like I mentioned, at 23.18, 50. If it remains below that level, I'd look to sell it. Buys above it, that point will make sense because you've broken resistance form within the downtrend. If you were to continue bearish, you should respect that resistance and head back down. Wouldn't be chasing below lows because you're just running deep into this 4-hour support. I think it's best just to wait for the pullback. Doesn't mean it can't continue, it's just what I prefer to see, and there's nothing wrong with waiting for your preference. If it does play out, it might give you the option. GJ, exact same analysis as before, just let it either get to resistance, reject, to sell it, pop down to support, form support, give you a signal of price action, buy it, or drop below support, you sells, or pop above resistance for potential buys. I think that's about it. Not a bad stream, a good test of patience once again. See what we learned. Some of you taking some nice wins. Limit order could work, but I'm gonna go and head off and make my dinner. I'm starving. So guys, thank you. James, Josh, as always. Do trade safe if you are trading. Yeah, to everyone else, cheers for your attendance. We'll be on tomorrow from 6:30 a.m. UK time. Keep an eye out for... Oh, actually, I'm not sure if I'll do an MY update. I don't know if I have time. I'll try to, but I can't guarantee it because I've got a busy schedule after I have dinner this evening. So until tomorrow, guys, do trade safe. Take care, and I will see you then. Cheers and bye. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thanks, champ. See you tomorrow.
See you, dude.